Learning Objective B wants us to actually find the solution this time, and there's going to be 3 ways to show you how to find a solution in this chapter. The first way is going to be doing it by graphing, and that's this section. So to do it, all you need to do is graph each line, and then you look and see where the 2 lines intersect. That point at which they intersect is your answer. So let's look at this first equation, and remember it's already solved for y, so why don't we look at it as being y equals mx plus b, read the slope and the y-intercept. So in this case, the slope is a number in front of the x, which is 3. There is no number added, which means it's 0. So to graph it, I'm going to go to 0, 0, plot the y-intercept. From there, I'm going to move the slope. Remember, slope is rise over run. So I see the rise is 3. Just put any number over 1 to get the fraction. So from the y-intercept of 0, I'm going to move the slope of up 3 to the right 1. And if you plot more ordered pairs of moving up 3 to the right 1, you'll get these points, and then connect them and draw a line. Now I'm going to graph the next one. If we look at this equation right here, we see that the slope is the number 2. Again, slope is rise over run, so put it over 1. The y-intercept is at negative 3. So from the y-intercept of negative 3, I'm going to plot that point. And from there, I'm going to move up 2 into the right 1, and go up 2 into the right 1. I can actually reverse that and go down 2 into the right. I can go down 2 more to the right, down 2 more, and then to the right. And if you connect those points, you'll end up getting this line. Now if you see where they intersect, it actually happens right here at this point. And if you look at that intersection point, it is the ordered pair negative 3, negative 9. You can test to see if you're correct. If you put negative 3 in for x, the answer is negative 9. If I put negative 3 in for x here, the answer here will be negative 9. So our final answer is that ordered pair. Let's look at this one for graphing. So here it's not in y equals mx plus b form, so I'm going to have to do that for both equations. I'm going to actually just start with this one here, the second one. To get y by itself, I'm going to subtract x. So I'll have 2y equals, I'll do 8 minus x. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 2. So this equation is 4 minus, I'm going to do a 1/2 x. Now to get the y-intercept and slope, be careful. I have it backwards here though. The slope is always in front of the x, so it's a negative 1/2. The y-intercept is 4. So I will plot that, the y-intercept of 4. For the slope, I'm going to do negative 1 over 2, so I'm going to go down 1 to the right 2. Down 1 to the right 2. Okay, let's look at the first equation now. This guy here, I'm going to solve for y. So I'm going to rewrite it up here. It's 3x minus y equals 3. To get y by itself, first subtract 3x. I'm left with negative y equals, this time I'm going to do negative 3x, and it's a positive 3 up there, so plus 3. I'm going to get rid of this negative here, so divide everything by negative 1. So the equation we're going to be left with here is y equals negative 3 divided by negative 1 is 3. Positive 3 divided by negative 1 is negative 3. So from that, I can get that the slope is 3, and the y-intercept is negative 3. So I'm going to plot the y-intercept of negative 3. From there, move the slope of up 3 to the right 1. I'm going to do it again, up 3 to the right 1. And I'm going to connect the black dots here. I'm going to go back and connect the red dots from the second equation that I had graphed. It's here. And their intersection point happens right here. It looks like at the ordered pair 2, 3. If you put 2, 3 back into the x and the y in this equation and in this equation, they will work. So our final answer is written as this ordered pair.